you'll kind of see how this all kind of fits together here maybe. What we basically have is I have several tracks going here for different pieces and different bits and pieces of the whole program. This track down here where I'm moving the mouse here is actually my wave file from Paul's recorder that actually has the music that we will want to hear when we play the video back. This track up here is my main video track, and this track here is the audio that goes with my main video track, which, as you can tell by the dark gray color, that my camcorder audio is muted so that we don't hear the camcorder audio, we only hear the audio from Paul's recorder. And what you can maybe kind of see here, if I zoom in a bit on this, you can see in the patterns here that the beats in my audio that I recorded on my camera are kind of lining up with the beats in Paul's audio that he recorded with his microphones and his portable recorder. And that's you know, how I got the sound to be in sync with the video, is kind of by lining those up to kind of you know, get it centered. And then of course what you can do is you can unmute the camcorder audio, and you can listen to both audio tracks at the same time and, you know, try to tell which one, you know, if you hear an echo, you can tell they're out of sync, and if you don't hear an echo, and then obviously then they are in sync. And if I scroll ahead here a bit, you can see some other little editing bits I did. What we have here is that you know, what I did was I was, well, if I turn over to this screen, you can see I was standing up close by the stage here at this moment, and then I decided to turn off my camera and walk away and go stand in a different position. So what happens with the video here, if you can see, is I actually put in another little segment up here to overlay and kind of fill in, so in the video, you know, when I turn off my camera, what we see, if we go back over to here, what we see is that it goes to this other video at the festival that we were at where I shot this. I just walked around with my camera some and shot some video, so I just kind of pasted this in here as a filler. And meanwhile, the music from Paul's microphone starts over in another section here, and you know, another song where after we come out of this filler kind of segment here, the next video is, you know, back to the band playing, but now I'm standing in a different position when I'm shooting this. And now once again I have Paul's wave file down here that I've lined up and synced up with my sound from my camera so that it plays through, and you know, the sound all matches. So here, I mean, you can hear the guy talking, and now here it kind of goes back to the actual camera, and now the sound goes with it. So when it comes to working with your movie, your Black Magic movie, and you're talking about trying to add a different soundtrack to it, let me find that. I've got your Black Magic movie here somewhere. Just give me a second to find it. Terry, okay. So here's your 10-bit uncompressed AVI file. So if we pull that up and put it on the timeline, we have the video and the audio as supplied by Cinepost, and we got the color bars and stuff that they give us here too to verify that our system's working right. So, I mean, again, what you would want to do here now to add your own soundtrack to this is you know, scroll up here on your mouse to zoom in on the timeline, you know, to a position where you can see close enough detail of what's going on here. And then you would take your sound from whatever source, and your sound could be anything. It could be, so I take a wave file now, put it right up here on the timeline, and now this wave file, you know, is available to be the sound for the movie. If I want to, I can mute the sound that actually goes with the movie, or I can have both soundtracks playing and mixed together to you know, to try and identify. Now, of course, in this case, the sound doesn't really go with anything in the picture because it's just an arbitrary soundtrack that doesn't really match with the video at all. But if I had a soundtrack that went with this particular video, obviously I could go through and line things up like I was showing you before to get the video to line up with the audio. And you know, that's basically it. It's really pretty simple. You just throw the clips on the timeline, you know, and they can go in any order. You know, it's like I said, with Vegas, it's very flexible as far as you can put video, audio, anything you want, put it on the timeline, any order you want. The only case where order matters is with the video. If you're doing multiple layers of video, the topmost layer of the video is going to be the one that shows through, and lower layers would not show through unless you do something to make them show through. Maybe to show an example of that, let me go back to